It is impossible for you to say, I have been doing this technique, I've been doing this affirmation, and my manifestation is still not here. The moment that you say that, you basically just erased all the work that you did. Why? Because everything is states, okay? When you look in the mirror right now and you see a zit and you're going to a party, all of a sudden your confidence is shot, right? That is the state of lack. Congratulations, you've entered it. When you go through a breakup and instead of going, whippy, this is the best day of my life, when you say that breakup broke my heart, congratulations, you've entered the state of lack. So, or you could call it sadness, whatever. When you say that a technique's not working, you have entered the state of, there's a multiple states that you enter to. You've entered into the state of this technique does not work. You've entered the state of the person who is trying to manifest an SP. But one thing is for sure is you can't be in the state of the person who has SP if you entered into the state of the person who's trying to manifest the SP. So in other words, in order for you to get your SP, you have to enter into the state of already having the SP, which is not the same thing as you noticing that your ex is not texting you back. So what do? You try to manipulate the situation. That's nonsense, because it is impossible for you to enter the state of having your SP when you manipulate the 3D, because there's no way that you can be unconsciously aware of what you're doing. Because remember, anything that you put your awareness on, that is the state that you enter. And whatever state that you enter, those states are going to bring a certain set of results. So again, how do you get your SP? How do you get the money? By entering into the state of the person who has it. So that's why it is impossible for you to have your SP and say, this technique is not working. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Well, fuck, I've heard of people who have noticed that it's taken a while and then they get their SP. Well, yeah. But it's not so much if you say it once or twice. But like the scriptures say, the righteous man falls 7 times, but he rises. I understand nobody's perfect. I understand that manifestation is not just like a 10 commandments list. Thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. I don't want you to exhaust yourselves with all these policies that you have to follow. Okay? But what I do want you to understand is that I'm a manifestation coach and I work with hundreds of people. And one of the things that I notice is that even when people understand the law of assumption, they still break the unpardonable rule, right? They still do things that clearly prove to me why they are in the situation that they're in. Because again, it's never, oh, fuck, I just got to get this new haircut. Oh, I got to just make this business deal. The moment that I graduate from Harvard, I'm going to become the entrepreneur that I've always wanted to be. Look, of course, there is a time and a place for planning. But again, everything is states, okay? And when you are looking at something that you have to do in order to get something, you are already admitting that you never got it. Okay? Now, again, this can be confusing because I know somebody watching this video is going to go, well, okay, but so then I'm just supposed to sit on my ass and do nothing? Not in the way that you think, but you basically stay in the state of the person who's being natural, living life. For example, like if a person is trying to manifest a physical appearance change of weight loss, okay? I don't advise you to stop going to the gym if that's what you've been doing to try to lose weight. I don't advise you to stop dieting, okay? But I also don't advise you to say, well, okay, I already did the technique, I already did the imaginal act where I saw myself in the mirror and I was like, wow. I mean, I look like a Jenny Craig patient. I mean, my goodness, my physique is chiseled in stone. I look like a mythological god. And then after that, you're like, fuck, well, you know, it's been 5 months and it's still not working. Maybe I should try this new cream. That is where you start to fuck up. Because that's not acting natural. Because that is coming from the state of this is not working. That is coming from the state of this is not good enough. My trust in my decision is not good enough. Why have I said that the state of not giving a fuck is the most powerful state to be in? Because when you stop giving a fuck, you stop doing to get and you start being to have. The Sabbath state is the exact same thing as not giving a fuck state. Okay, as a hot SP is right here to my left. Okay, and even like that right now. Okay, I'm trying to focus on this video and I'm doing a great job. And I noticed out of the corner of my eye that she was looking, right? Now, one could argue that I actually didn't really look to my left to clarify if she really was looking at me or not. But you see, if I tell myself that she's looking, then, and I don't even look, then even if she wasn't necessarily looking and we were to run the tape and check the surveillance of this gas station and see if she was looking, guess what? If I told myself she was looking, if I wanted to pursue this and make her my SP, even though she wasn't looking, because I decided that she was looking, I was coming from the state of the person who has her with conviction. And if I stay there, if we bump into each other in a party and I stay in that state, one thing will lead to another, and the natural course of events will lead to us being married, having kids, white picket fence. But you see, the way you guys do it is she's looking at me, she's looking at me, she's looking at me, and then you look, and then she's not looking at you, and you're like, oh, fuck, it doesn't work. You don't understand that it's not that you want your SP to look at you. It's that you want to feel validated. Well, you can feel validated right now. You can tell yourself she's looking at you, so you gave that to you without you having to check, because once you check, you enter into the state of not having, right? And once you give yourself that validation, you could even use one of my self-pedestalizations that I give to my clients. I have daily affirmations that I give, customized, where I say crazy stuff like, your SP has life-size posters on their wall that they pray and bow down to every single night. Surprisingly enough, those are the ones that get overnight results. Links in the description. But you could give yourself the validation right now without having to check if she was looking. And you just say, of course she's looking. Because that's exactly what somebody would say if they were full of themselves and they know that they were the prize. Right? And because that is going to be your natural course of events, just like any habit, it becomes natural to you. And if you bump into her at a party, you're going to act like the version of yourself who has her already, and that's going to be more attractive. And I guarantee you're not going to be doing the beta male traits, the weak traits that cause women to get turned off by you. And of course, same is for women, vice versa, right? So just know that every decision you make, especially consciously, enters you into a state. So always be aware of what state you were entering in. Okay, guys, if you want to invest in your reality, I promise you I can read souls. Okay, I can be able to tell you where your blockages are. Links are in the description. What are you waiting for? Book a call with me and join the membership channel for techniques that you will never see on the public side, and also up to 2 months of advance of members first videos that will be posted to the public side. I love you guys. I'll see you soon.